Good morning, everyone. Here we are. It's the Fruit Nut News on, of course, what day was today? Thursday the 12th today, 13th tomorrow, obviously. Yeah, I shouldn't really be saying that, should I? Because it's pretty obvious it's 13th tomorrow. So a little bit cooler today in the northeast of England. The wind's blowing a bit of a hoolie. So that seems to be going okay. So I'm just stirring me lemon tea here. So hope we're all okay. Lots going on in the world, as you well know. Is it hard to work out what's going on? Yes, it is. Is it confusing? Yes, it is. Is it confirmed what's going on? No, it isn't. So, my suggestion is sit yourself at 40,000 feet and basically observe the shenanigans. So, good morning, everyone, to Dave Hunter's first in, Sharon Young is second, Renee is third. I'm in the beds fourth, Sheila Douglas is in, Lisa McCulloch's in, Blinda's in, Gary's in, Natalie's in, who else have we got? Let's have a look. Graham's in, Mimi's in, Nina Turner's joining us, Angie's joining us, Sue Allen, Brian Wright, Kelly Toro, Pam Keenum all the way from America Shire. We've also got Angie Davis, Yvonne Keeley, Kira's in, Ava's in, Olivia's in, Dave Ling's in, Shepherd's in, Rachie BB's in. I know some of these names. Vanessa's in, Eileen Dean's in. How you doing, Eileen? Hope you're okay. Ellen Dean, not Eileen. My eyesight's going. Anne's in, and also Leslie's joining us today as well. Good morning, everyone. Here we are on, of course, this auspicious Thursday, the 12th. What could possibly go wrong? Well, the question is, what could possibly go right? If you add the numbers up today, you've got 7-7. Very interesting. Got some correspondence through the other day, and my official address, I didn't know this, so bear in mind, in the bedroom, etched on the wall of the logs, I'll take a photo of it later, is Q. It's right. You can't make it. I can't make it up. So every morning I wake up and I turn, and there's Q, just reminding me, okay? Now, if you follow, if you follow what's been happening to us, and you've followed all the coincidences that have happened, there are just no coincidences. Anyway, this log cabin is officially known as Owl Lodge, and outside are two owls guarding the entrance, so to speak. So I found that quite interesting. Now, owls apparently are the guardians of hidden knowledge. And also messengers between worlds. Now I can fully understand messages between worlds. Really, really interesting. Now, for all those people that of course are well aware, and you should be by now. You should be starting to work out who's who. ISIS and Al-Qaeda are basically Israeli, UK, and American operatives. So their job. So they are funded by, of course, the deep state. Their job is to create wars. Their job is to create atrocities. Their job is to blow up people, to destabilize countries, etc., etc., etc. So that is why all of a sudden, after the bombing of the World Trade Center, we had, of course, the George Bush came up with this Al-Qaeda. It was Al-Qaeda. And within the sort of spectrum of a couple of days, it was Al-Qaeda. And, of course, they found two passports amongst the millions of tons of rubble how that happened, well, you've got to say to yourself, this is just, and then, of course, there were reports that firemen were reporting bomb blasts, Firemen were reporting bomb blasts, etc., etc. That was incidentally was all taken off the internet very quickly, and it's now starting to resurface itself. So it's as if someone is pressing a button and reigniting all of that speculation. And then, of course, Hezbollah basically, once again, are an organization created by Israel to basically use as an excuse to bomb Palestine, etc., etc., etc. This is their operatus mendi, whatever you want to call it. And, that's what they, that's what they do. That's their deal, so to speak. That's how they operate. They create the wars and they create the situations and they create the trouble. It's no different now. So now, of course, we've got Iran have been attacked by Israel and America. And I did kind of explain this the other night about my thoughts on America joining Israel. And I don't think that it is the good America that's joined Israel. I think it's the bad America that's joined Israel. Or maybe it might just be a ruse to basically get into Iran. Now, we know that Iran's gold was basically supplied by Barack Obama. Now, apparently, if you can remember the 1.7 billion in cash that Barack Obama sent to Iran, then, of course, there's numerous other amounts of money that have gone there in it. So it's just, apparently Iran has $127 billion worth of gold, or whatever you want to call it. And really, really interesting how this is all panning together. Now, I was sort of, I'm sort of starting to think that Russia and China are going to get involved in this. And one of the kingpin pieces that Russia have done, of course, they gave Donald Trump football back in the day, but also as well, they've reported on the cures for cancer. They're also reporting that they are fighting the satanic deep state, pedophiles, etc., etc. So this is actually really interesting. So I'm wondering if the 34 satanic buildings and, of course, and Russia are going to sort of on the surface, Russia and China are going to be seen to be cleaning out, the American system. It's a bit like UK. It's a bit like UK. We've got Starmer and all them, and they're all massive. All of those politicians are massive. Don't be under any illusion. All of those politicians are massively influenced by, of course, the deep state and what goes on. So, Israel is last. Is that now? Is that now proving that America and Israel are hand in hand with the UK now? The colonial British system, and that British system is still up and running now on the mainstream media. So, what's happening here is that the mainstream media, of course, are portraying now that the Strait of Hormuz is closed. they are portraying that ships are being bombed in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the bombing of those ships in the Strait of Hormuz, if it's true, because remember that's a big if, okay, is being done by Israel. And of course, also as well, the mainstream now is also highlighting the bombing, of course, of the children in Iran, saying that they want to. Now there could be a possibility here once again that Iran or Israel have bombed their own people in order to, the same has happened in Ukraine. It's pretty obvious what's happening in Ukraine. So what's happening in Ukraine is now exactly happening in Iran. Now, Donald Trump apparently stepped in and basically has insured all of the tankers, given them insurance, which has bypassed British colonial rule by Lloyd's of London. Massive move, that is. Then, of course, we've got the US Navy apparently have promised to escort ships safely through the straits. So that's another thing. So that means that the oil is still flowing. However, of course, the mainstream media are not telling you that. They're telling you that, the Straits of Hormuz are closed, bombs are going off, ships are being bombed, and of course, the ships are not insured. Hence the reason we've got, a fucking fuel prices are going up. My fuel in the northeast of England has just gone up to, I think it's 158 a litre. 138. It was 138. Well, I filled my van up about 2 weeks ago. It was 138. It was coming down nicely. And then all of a sudden, we're now 158. That's a 20 pence a litre increase. That's £1 a gallon. £1 a gallon. Every time it's another pound. Anyway, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And then, of course, we go over to the King of England now. It's clear that the King of England is a Muslim. Okay, now he can be whatever he fucking wants to be. I don't give a shit, right? But this is illegal, and he needs to be removed. Now, the Act of Settlement of 1701 requires the king or a monarch, okay, or a monarch, to basically be in communion with the Church of England. So it's clear that this is a treasonous act of the king. Now, what I can't understand, or maybe it's above my pay grade, why isn't the Church of England actually speaking out about this and actually saying something? Because that's quite an interesting thing, isn't it? That the king is openly Muslim and promoting Muslim activities, right? But the Church of England of the UK is saying nothing about this, saying absolutely nothing about this. So it's obvious that they're all in it. They're all in it, but the Church of England is complicit in the treasonous act. So they've committed acts of treason as well. Now, this is one for you, Jason. Andrew, the investigation into Andrew is now called Operation Ironville. Operation Ironville. So that's IRONVILLE. So be interesting to see what the gematria on that was, Jason, if you wouldn't mind looking into that for us. So, yeah, really, really interesting that. So, Mandelson, of course, now Mandelson's in the headlines. Everything's coming out about Mandelson. Yeah, all kicking off here. I mean, it's clear now that from the Epstein files, Starmer, Mandelson, Epstein, Andrew, Fergie, the King, William, Kate, possibly Harry, Meghan, they all knew what Uncle Andrew was doing, and they were probably involved in it themselves as well. So, I mean, this squeaky clean Prince William business, that's all going to disappear. He's a shady as fuck character. You can just tell. I mean, remember Kate went missing? Kate went missing for a year. Yeah, everybody thought it was cancer. Was it fuck? Yeah. Meanwhile, what else have we got? Now, I genuinely believe that the people are actually waking up. I mean, it seems that, it's taken a while to get to this position, but it seems as though that people are actually waking up, and they are just looking at it now, I use the gym where I go to as a particular landing tool. They're all talking about it. Everybody's talking about the politics. They're talking about the judges. They're talking about the finance. They're talking about royalty. Okay, they haven't joined the dots yet, but the question is that, especially politics, this two-tier political system that is not democratic at all is being exposed, and everybody now can see it. Yeah, they might not be able to see the financial things. They might not be able to join the dots with the police and stuff like that. But that's not important. The main thing is the politics, the Labour and Conservative situation is being smashed out the park. And Starmer's doing a fucking fantastic job. Absolute fantastic job. And then, of course, we come to the lottery. Now, there was an article in the paper about I think the lottery has gone up apparently in money. But here's the thing about people always say to me, "Oh, do you do the lottery?" No, do a fuck. Why not? Well, the reason that I don't do the lottery is, first of all, the lottery funds wars and oppression in other countries. But here's the thing: it's just a massive scam. Right now, apparently we have a millionaire apparently is created every week from the National Lottery. Okay, a millionaire is created every week. That means we should have 52 millionaires coming into substantial amounts of money every year. Right now, here's the thing. Okay. Where is the social media, right? Where are the Facebook page posts? Where are the X posts? Where are the all of it? Where are they all? Because there's nothing on social media about millionaire lottery winners. Same with the postcode lottery. Look at all the people that promote the postcode lottery. They are all, they're all TV presenters, game show hosts, Tez Daly, Claudia Winkleman, fucking hell. So it's clear that the lottery is an absolute massive scam. And of course, it's been going on for a while, but there's never any social media posts. You would get like, somebody would post up, just got my new Lamborghini courtesy of the lottery. Do you know what I'm saying? Out of those 52 people, per year, And then what about all the other people that win 50 grand and £100,000 and 170? Where are all they? No way. Don't see him. Don't see him. It's a farce. And of course, the same with cancer. Cancer charities have been running for 50 years now. Absolutely not a fucking diddly squat of fucking solution. Not a diddly squat. There you go. Mind you, Russia did announce a cure for cancer. And my point about this is that I think that Russia is going to get, Russia and China are going to get heavily involved in, sorry, I'm just reading Jason's response. Going to get heavily involved in bringing about this freedom and this salvation to the and getting rid of the deep state once and for all. Don't forget, Russia's got deep state. Russia's got deep state just as well as China and then America and England and all them. You know what I'm saying? Right. So Jason's done a deep dive on Operation Ironville. In Gematria, it equals sudden rapture soon. Now, I'm just going to make sure he's only put one bit on. Yes, sudden rapture soon. So that's quite an interesting one, isn't it? Operation Ironville equals sudden rapture soon. Biblical. Now, Jerry Adams is up in the news. I don't fully understand Jerry Adams, Sinn Féin, IRA. I don't really understand that. I know that there was a lot of trouble. That's all I know. And apparently, Jerry Adams was on trial for IRA bombings in. This is like in the mainland UK. So there you go. So that's quite an interesting one. Now, apparently now standing on a train apparently can be a great workout while you are on the way to work, and this is kind of this is kind of making excuses for the fact that you have to fucking stand on most train journeys. And then, of course, there's the new plane strategy, where apparently they've invented what they call a standing seat. So apparently, the standing seat is going to allow, obviously, more people to be packed onto a plane. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Do you know what I mean? The standing seat. And then, of course, we've got Dunblane. Now, the Dunblane atrocity is back into the limelight. Have you noticed that all of the atrocities that have happened in the past are suddenly regurging themselves in the news? Now, I'm wondering if this is happening in order to bring about the disclosure on the truth about these incidences. So, 9/11, JFK, Maddie McCann, what else? Dunblane, all those things that years ago we took as being gospel are now being questioned. Yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it? So fat jabs. So let's have a look at fat jabs. Now, even though fat jabs are dangerous to people's health, the NHS are still promoting them. Reminds me a bit like COVID, this. It's like a rewind of COVID. So it's been proven that fat jabs are dangerous. I think there's been numerous people killed, or should we say murdered. there's been numerous severe reactions, numerous health issues, and yet NHS specialists, scientists, fucking hell, there's a fucking word for you, are still recommending them to the general public, and they're using the excuse, well, you know, if you don't lose weight, we're not going to be able to operate on you. So there's nothing about a healthy diet. There's nothing about getting fit, going to the gym, moving more. No, none about. Just get a fucking jab. Get a jab, right? Get a jab, okay? And once you've lost the weight, we'll do some operating on you. Unbelievable. So very interesting. Anyway, listen, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the news presentation for Thursday, the 12th of March, 2026. We will, of course, join you later on. We'll join you later on tonight, I would imagine. I had a great bath last night. Beautiful. What should we say? The home commodities. Yeah. Jason just wants to point out that Savile, Charles, and the Dunblane killer were all friends. You remember the picture of them all in kilts? Yes. Very interesting. Anyway, take care, ladies and gentlemen. We will unravel some more later on. See you soon. Cheers. Bye.